Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
March 15, 5:30 America, New York. Stock buybacks are on course for another record. The buybacks are an attempt to take advantage of market volatility stemming from worries about planned Fed interest rate increases, Russia's war in Ukraine, and inflation.
New York Times Business.
March 15, 5 o'clock America, New York. Oakland cannabis sellers, once full of hope, face a harsh reality. The cannabis industry, designed in part to help communities upended by the war on drugs, is being threatened by theft, racism, and a market that is stacked against small operators. Armed security is one of the big costs of doing business for many cannabis dispensaries in Oakland, California, including blunts and more.
Daily FX Market News.
March 15, 5 o'clock America, New York. Chinese Yuan forecast. CNH claws back after strong economic data. PBoC sustains MLF. The Chinese yuan breathed a sigh of relief after the recent hearty USD rally, while upcoming Fed and PBoC rates decisions dominate USD CNH price action going forward.
BBC News Business.
March 15, 4:57 America, New York. UK wage growth trails rising cost of living. The number of unemployed drops below pre-pandemic levels, but wages continue to lag behind rising prices.
BBC News Business.
March 15, 4:57 America, New York. UK wage growth trails rising cost of living. The number of unemployed drops below pre-pandemic levels, but wages continue to lag behind rising prices.
Global Economy.
March 15, 4:17 America, New York. China warns of retaliation if hit by Russia sanctions fallout. Beijing slams what it calls U.S. efforts to spread disinformation and distort and smear its position on Ukraine.
BBC News Business.
March 15, 4:17 America, New York. Camelot to lose license to run national lottery. The company that has run the lottery since its launch in 1994 will be replaced by Yuan in 2024.
Global Economy.
March 15, 3:46 America, New York. UK unfilled vacancies hit record as workers leave labor market. Employment below pre-pandemic levels as older people opt out. Marginal revolution.
March 15, 2:46 America, New York. Ukraine takes shelter. On March 3, 3 days and only 5 hours of sleep later, they launched Ukraine Takes Shelter, a site in 12 languages where Ukrainian refugees fleeing war can immediately find hosts with spare rooms, unused resort condos, mother-in-law apartments, and school dormitories.
Day Trade Review.
March 15, 2:09 America, New York. Option Samurai Review. Is this option scanner worth using? Is Option Samurai a worthy choice for your option scanning needs? Find out by reading our complete Option Samurai Review now. The Post-Option Samurai Review. Is this option scanner worth using? Appeared first on Day Trade Review.
Day Trade Review.
March 15, 2:07 America, New York. Zacks vs. Investors Business Daily. Which is the top pick? Which stock recommendation platform comes out on top between Zacks vs. Investors Business Daily? Find out by reading our full comparison. The Post Zacks vs. Investors Business Daily. Which is the top pick? Appeared first on Day Trade Review.
Daily FX Market News. March 15, 2 o'clock America, New York. U.S. dollar surges as yen sinks on ahead of Fed rate decision. Will USD, JPY go higher? The U.S. dollar has rallied against the Japanese yen as the Fed is set for rates lift-off tomorrow. Can USD, JPY make new highs?
Marginal revolution.
March 15, 0:52 America, New York. How to find good TV shows. Chris asks. You've written a lot about your reading habits in the past, but I'm curious to know more about how you find and watch TV shows. You've mentioned before that you watch very little TV, in explaining your productivity, and yet you speak highly of the shows you do watch.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
March 15, 0:50 America, New York. London nickel trading to restart Wednesday, with caps on price moves. The London Metal Exchange said buying and selling of nickel will resume on Wednesday, after it suspended the market for 6 trading sessions following an unprecedented price surge.
BBC News Business.
March 15, 0:49 America, New York, China. Businesses shut as officials widen COVID lockdowns. Toyota, Volkswagen and Apple supplier Foxconn are among firms halting their operations.
Armstrong Economics. March 15, 008 America, New York. Did Manchin just save the Federal Reserve? Once again, Joe Manchin has broken away from party lines to prevent the Democrats from destroying the global economy. Manchin announced that he would not support President Biden's pick for Fed chair, Sarah Bloom Raskin, as her personal views on climate change could drastically alter Fed policy. Armstrong Economics.
March 15, 004 America, New York. DuckDuckGo has been compromised. Gabriel Weinberg has violated the trust of myself as well as the integrity of his entire company. I do not care what he thinks about Ukraine. He is obviously as easily influenced by the media and does not look at events with an open mind because both sides will put out misinformation in a conflict.
New York Times Business.
March 14, 1814 America, New York. He's American, he oversees Papa John's in Russia and he's staying. Christopher Wynn's company controls the franchise agreements for the 190 Papa John's locations in the country. At the end of the day, they appreciate a good pizza, he said, Christopher Wynn in 2017.